All right, some more big news today. Christopher Wray resigning from the FBI. Joining us now to talk about that and some other things, we welcome back Missouri Senator Eric Schmitt. Mr. Schmitt, welcome, sir, as always. Before we get to angels in the sky in New Jersey, I want to read you from Truth Social what Mr. Trump wrote about Christopher Wray. It will end the weaponization. I just don't know what happened to him. The FBI illegally raided my home without cause, worked diligently on illegally impeaching and indicting me, and has done everything else to interfere with the success and future of America. Senator Schmitt, you know what? It's interesting. I don't know what happened to Christopher Wray either. He was appointed by Trump. He's a Republican, and yet he wreaked havoc. And the Mar-a-Lago invasion was probably the worst thing we've ever seen. Okay, I mean, maybe it goes back to the bad old days, you know, when J. Edgar Hoover was running the FBI. I don't know. But my question to you, let me ask you this. So you're Christopher Wray and you're FBI director. If the Attorney General, this is Biden's man, Merrick Garland, says to you, I want a dawn raid of Mar-a-Lago and go everywhere possible, including into Mrs. Trump's private belongings and so forth. Does the FBI director have to do it if the AG says do it?
Well, they're making their own determination, right, of whether or not there's probable cause to move forward. I mean, you know, the FBI director does work in the Department of Justice with Merrick Garland, but this is very coordinated and a terrible abuse that kind of really began, Larry, this lawfare that we saw play out over the course of 2 years. And I think it's also important to take a step back and remember what happened before that. On the eve of the 2020 election, Christopher Wray was there and presided over the Hunter Biden laptop pre-bunking debacle, which took place. Elvis Chan, who was an FBI agent, told them that this was a Russian hack and leak operation, even though the FBI had the laptop in their possession since November of 2019. So they knew it was real. They lied about it. Then they tried to stop the story, which amounted to election interference. Then you see them going into Mar-a-Lago with an unprecedented raid. And then, of course, going after Catholics, going after parents who show up to school board meetings under the auspices of the Patriot Act. I mean, this is really egregious stuff. And so as far as I'm concerned with Chris Wray, good riddance. He did a lot, along with Merrick Garland, to destroy the reputation of a once respected agency. There's a lot of good men and women who work there, and I worked with a lot of them when I was Attorney General in Missouri doing law enforcement stuff. So my hope is Pam Bondi and Kash Patel, who I support, will go in there, restore the reputation, and get back to fighting violent crime, not going after their political opponents like Merrick Garland and Christopher Wray did.
Amen to all that. And yes, good riddance. I agree, 100%. And I'm just trying to get this is something you would know, I would not know. Can an FBI director say no to an attorney general? Like, I won't do this because I don't see sufficient evidence. That kind of thing. Can he say no?
Yes, he can. I mean, but ultimately, look, Merrick Garland runs the department. The FBI is supposed to be, just like the CIA, is supposed to be a sort of an independent agency that works on behalf of the American people. I would have hoped, Larry, that if Chris Wray, which didn't happen, would have stood up and said, and he could have done it in a private conversation, which would have been appropriate. We're not going to go in and raid President Trump's home. And by the way, they also, spread out the materials on the floor. They published it. It was really unusual. And I will also tell you, in my time as AG, none of these things happened. None of these things happen unless Main Justice, meaning the Department of Justice in Washington, D.C., sign off on these sorts of things. So this was coordinated. It means they had a conversation. Maybe they had a private disagreement, but he never stood up and said, we're not going to do this, and that was pretty clear.
So basically, look, I know Biden had the Trump derangement syndrome. I know Garland had the Trump derangement syndrome. But it looks like Wray had the Trump, or shared the Trump derangement syndrome. And by the by, when he had a chance to go after Joe Biden's documents, which were illegal, because as you know, senators and vice presidents do not take documents away from the archives. They are prohibited from doing so. And that stuff has never really been tried in a court and so forth. Wray was soft on that. Wray warned the Biden camp ahead of time. He didn't warn the Trump people ahead of time. So he was just a bad actor. He was a bad guy, basically.
That's right, and they knew very well that President Trump, because he was president, could declassify these documents on his way out, right? And the reason why that was never fully litigated, which is a valid defense and true, is because guess what? The special prosecutor was unconstitutionally appointed by Merrick Garland, so every which way you look, this was rigged. And Chris Wray went along with it. And to your point on the Hunter Biden, Joe Biden piece, literally they're in the garage. They're in Joe Biden's garage with his son, with all of his dealings with foreign actors that he never registered for, that he got this blank, this pass for now, with this blanket pardon, in the garage, in some pictures that you could see. And Joe Biden, I know when I go into the SCIF, Larry, I have to check my phone. You can't walk out with anything. Joe Biden did it for years. He had those documents in plain view, and ultimately they didn't move forward because, guess what? He wasn't competent to stand trial, yet he was president of the United States. This whole thing, by the way, November 5th, Larry, is the date where the fever broke on all this stuff. This case was being tried in front of the American people. They rejected this lawfare. They rejected Chris Wray. They rejected Merrick Garland. They rejected Joe Biden. They rejected Kamala Harris. And this system they put up to go after their political opponent, like in the Soviet Union, the American people reject it. They don't want it. And President Trump's coming back.
You're right. Soviet-style stuff. Senator Schmitt, you're 100% right, and you're also right. Pam Bondi and Kash Patel are going to change this. I know them both personally very well, and I have total confidence that they will change this, and they'll get. Look, it's got to be a neutral, fair system. End the weaponization. Depoliticize the whole thing. That's what I think Mr. Trump is asking for. Get the politics out. Just enforce laws. Anyway, Senator Schmitt, thank you, sir. Appreciate the clarifications very much.